Hey, thanks for Slythering-in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on an apartment renovation in Evergreen Harbor, specifically for a couple of sisters. This is very relatable to me because the first apartment I ever lived in was an apartment I moved in with my sister. So pretty fun to kind of play around with that storyline, especially when it's relatable. I think that's what makes this game so fun. You can either play storylines that are so completely way off from your regular life, but also you can imitate life at the same time. We are starting here with a kitchen. I am not limiting any pack usage, so this was super fun for me. And yeah, this is where we're at. Let me get my thoughts together here. This kitchen is a decent sized kitchen in my opinion for an apartment, and in general I think I kept the floor plan relatively the same for whatever was originally here. This is the Summer Street Apartments number 4, and I think the only difference in my layout to the original layout that comes with the game is that this one is 2 bedrooms instead of 1. So in this kitchen, we have lots of counter space. Over here by the window, I use that new appliance cart, I think is what we're calling it, from Adventures Awaits to make a little coffee station. So you'll see that come back in a little bit because I don't like when the coffee hangs off, or like any appliances hang off the edge of the counters, especially when you try and use it on the corner counters. It's just ridiculous looking. So this is our coffee station, very important for both me and my sister in general because we are both coffee addicts. If we go a day without coffee, here come the headaches. Okay, so we need our coffee for sure. We no longer live in an apartment together, which, you know, we've all done that, but we lived together for a couple of years and it was a good time. It was a good old time. I leaned into a lot of blues in the kitchen, but we also have some pinks. I think the rug is pink. The rest of this apartment is very colorful. Let me tell you a little bit about the idea behind that. It's because I feel like a lot of times there are sisters who have totally completely different styles, and when I say a lot of times, I mean all the time because me and my sister have totally completely different styles. So I wanted that to kind of come across as like 2 sisters who love different types of colors kind of coming together and trying to merge them a little bit in their decor, and then each bedroom obviously is their own little style. The kitchen though, for kitchens in my opinion, it's not really too cluttered as my usual kitchens would be. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty intentional, I guess. I've been saying the word intentional a lot. In one of my last videos, I talk about why. And this video is not edited quite like that last video because this build was completed in 2025. This is one I am now just catching up on and doing a voiceover for. So here we are. I also want to apologize right off the bat because this is my 3rd voiceover of the day. So I might get a little rambly, and by a little rambly, probably a lot rambly because my normal voiceovers are usually pretty rambly. But the kitchen is done now, so we are moving on to the living space where we have our dining, living room, all that good stuff. I found these little floral decals. I think that came from Life and Death, if I'm not mistaken. I just thought they were so cute above the little archways. I just love that little cute touch. And then we get our little dining table over here. I can't remember which chairs I stuck with, but I do think I keep this table from Cats and Dogs. So I really like that. And then the chairs, I really struggled trying to figure out which ones. As you can see, I'm going through every single option. I might actually keep these though from high school years. They're like student desk chairs, but they also feel like very cheap. Like I feel like that's something my sister and I probably would have tried to get away with, just finding any hand-me-down furniture we could, any good deals that we could on furniture. Yeah, I think we would have done that. I also played around with the art a little bit and the wallpapers and trying to bring in as many colors as I could. So that's when I got this base game wall gallery art piece up here above the dining table. I already have a rug down where the living room is going to go, and I did that intentionally for the color scheme because I don't think I ever use that rug in this swatch, or if I do, it's very, very rare. But I really like the blue and orange colors on them, so I wanted to kind of use that as my starting off point. On the table here we get a plant and a candle. In the entryway we have my favorite dine out plant. Oh, maybe I do change the table. Oh, look at that. I think I keep this one. That one? Nope. Never mind. Change my mind again. Sorry. But our entryway has a little bit of a coat rack, hook kind of thing. Oh, under the dining table, I merged a couple of rugs. So I used the Cozy Kitsch one and then a different rug with like the little frilly fringes on them to kind of make the Cozy Kitsch rug a little more frilly, if that makes sense. But the entryway has a couple of stools. I figured those are good for extra seating in case you have friends over. And now here we are working on the living space. So in here we use a few different like combinations of furniture and bookshelves. We get some from Eco Lifestyle. I really like this chair here in the pink swatch. Is that from Moschino? Whatever that pack is, that it's a stuff pack. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. And then we got more Cozy Kitsch items. I really like this little TV stand that I did with these bookcases, and I liked doing it in the green swatch, so it kind of brought in like some more deeper tones to kind of tone down maybe all of the bright colors. The end table here just gets a little bit of clutter as well. I get this little cute cat radio with some books, and I think I end up using this pen holder and maybe stick like a phone and keys up there for clutter. And then we gotta pick out a sofa. We gotta get a nice comfy one. I think I stick with this one from Eco Lifestyle in the orange swatch to kind of help bring in more of the oranges. Finding a coffee table was hard because I would have loved to use a square one, but it just didn't fit the space very well. So it is what it is. So we end up with this round one, and I think that's perfectly okay. And do we end up with that round one? I feel like I need to stop saying things before I actually pick something, because maybe I actually do keep this long square one and we try and figure out a way to keep it. Maybe we'll see. But we are using some of these new pillows too with the recent base game update. I say recent because when I was building it in 2025, that update was still recent. But now we are halfway through February by the time you are actually seeing this video. Maybe actually more than halfway now that I'm thinking about it, which is kind of crazy. I'm catching up. I'm getting there. We're doing okay. I hope you guys are doing okay too. So yeah, it's been a fun year. Anyway, the rest of this living room is coming together with some more clutter. We get a little end table, a lamp, and some flowers. And that other little bump out over there, you're gonna see it after we get some more detail. That becomes like a little office / gaming section, which I think is fun. And over here, I just get some wall decorations. Do I keep that? No, I probably add in, I don't even know what I add in, to be honest with you. Here we go. I think I stick with these skateboard, snowboard type wall art. I think those are fun. And they brought in some more colors too, which really helps. And then underneath that, I get another plant. And then I think I get some other like storage bin containers. This one here, the yoga mat, and I don't know if I get anything else. So fun fact, it was really inspired a lot of some of my me and my sister's interests and things. So I love storage containers. So I guess there's that. And then two, my sister likes working out. I should like working out more. I'm trying, but you know, it is what it is. But she's a very like fitness fiend, I would say. So she always had items out and ready for quick little workouts every morning. She used to get up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I know, crazy behavior. But and then there's me who likes to sleep in, although I'm trying to become more of a morning person. But anyway, here is our office space. This was, I guess, more so inspired by my type of interest, as in gaming and just always being on the computer in some capacity. Not that I love being on the computer, but I'm definitely more online than she is. And I'm not even online. Like, some may say I have chronically offline type modes, but then also like certain trends find me and I get stuck with. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird middle ground, I would say. Yeah. I don't know. But that's what this corner is. As you can see, I have a Sims poster up because obviously I love The Sims. Always have, always probably will. And yeah, lots of clutter and cute little items over here in this office space. Very fun. I think for the most part, the living space is pretty much completed. So we have maybe not. Maybe I get another bench or something over here. Or I think about it. Maybe an ottoman. We'll see. Hold up. Maybe. Okay, so we do end up getting a grocery bag. Oh, I think we get a trunk for more storage over here. I think that's what's happening. Yes, that is what's happening. Maybe a toy chest? Or I think about it, but decide not to? I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of things, so this is pretty accurate. I would have like just storage bins everywhere, especially in an apartment where I don't have a storage room. Here we are now working on the bathroom. The bathroom has very soft colors in here. We lean into a lot of like the pinks and blues that you see throughout the build. So, but also we have some black accents, like this mirror has a black little outline to it, and then I think the frame for the artwork I get has a black frame on it. And other than that, this bathroom is relatively, like I said, and I'll say it again, simple. Some towel racks up here, some artwork as well, and easy peasy. We have a quick and easy little bathroom that is actually fully functional, so you don't have to worry about that. I just noticed I have 2 saucer lights in here. I wonder if I end up getting rid of them, because them floating around the screen right now is actually annoying me a little bit. So hopefully I do get rid of those. If not, I'm so sorry for that. I also like to put trash cans in my bathrooms, and I feel like that's not as common a lot of times in The Sims, because The Sims don't need trash cans in their bathrooms. I don't know why they would. Oh, I did get rid of the saucer lights, good. But they wouldn't. However, I do, and my sister does, for reasons that we're not going to get into. But, you know, it's very important for us females to have trash cans in bathrooms, so we need to have that. Here is the first bedroom that we are decorating. This one is actually more so inspired by color schemes that my sister enjoys. The light pinks. I don't necessarily would say that she loves orange, but the orange kind of just snuck its way in here. We do keep, I think I keep these blue curtains. I might. Maybe I play around with changing the color, but I might keep it. We also get a mirror. We have a nice little fancy dresser in here. That rug is definitely something I think my sister would actually use. And then some artwork as well. I don't think I keep the artwork over the bed. No, I end up putting it here and moving the dresser underneath it. And instead, I think I put some bookcases. Yes, I get this one. The Cozy Kitsch one makes another appearance. We love that item so much. Playing with the wall paint now a little bit, trying to figure that out. And I think we keep this one. I think this one's from Parenthood. We get some end tables as well. and get a little bit of clutter around and some lamps and things. So ultimately, I do really like this bedroom. The decor is very minimal. My sister is not one for too much clutter like myself, so she likes to keep her space pretty neat. Me, I like a neat space, but I also like chaotic clutter energy. So that's just me. But we get a bookshelf in here because she also does like to read, so she has some books as well. And yeah, like it's not like this apartment isn't necessarily like for me and my sister, but I know I keep mentioning it because it's more so inspired by that. I actually like early on in my YouTube journey, I did actually recreate our apartment that we were living in at the time, like 5 plus 6 years ago, something like that. Crazy how time flies, isn't it? So we do get a little bit of clutter up here. We got like a purse and oops, I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry. But we get a purse and a little alarm clock and a hairbrush and stuff like that. And then for the most part, this bedroom is done. I don't remember what I get in this corner. Maybe a dresser or, oh, a little shelf. Another like little place for hanging up some items. All right, moving on to the second bedroom. Now, this one is definitely more so inspired by something I would like to do. I knew I wanted to have that little gnome rug from the fairies pack, Enchanted by Nature. You can't see the gnome, but you and I both know he's there. He's there. There's a little gnome under your bed. That's actually a little creepy when you really think about it. But most of my furniture leans into more of the blues. I don't necessarily always use blue in my decor in real life, but for some reason it always finds its way into my heart, you know? And not necessarily blues and yellows, but if I was a sim, this would probably be my bedroom. Other key items that we get in here are some end tables. Those are very important to me because I always have a book nearby or a lamp. Usually I like to have a lamp on my end table so that I can read before bed and not have to actually get up to turn off the light, because how annoying is that? You're comfy, you're cozy, when you're starting to get sleepy, you're reading your book, your eyes are getting tired, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have to get up and turn off the light if I want to go to sleep. No, that's not gonna work for me. Nope, it is not. So we had to make sure we had that here, and definitely the book clutter on the end table, plus a little coffee mug or hot chocolate mug there, because I love a good cup of hot chocolate while I'm reading. It's one of my favorite things to do. I also really love these horse ranch dressers with the mirrors on it. Very vintage feel. I feel like I'm definitely more of a classy vintage fan than my sister. But either way, that's just the inspiration here. We get a dresser over here, some string lights in this room as well, and I also do get some bookshelves. And I think I even fit like a little sofa in here just for another space to kind of hang out and sit as well. We'll see that in just a quick second, I think. But up here we get clutter like magazines, more storage containers, another plant or so. And yeah, on this wall is where I think I get a bookshelf and a sofa. So we will see that real quick. But this has been an apartment for two sisters, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Here's the sofa too that I was just talking about. And I think we get a mirror up here probably too as well. But yeah, this apartment is completely decorated, and I think we're ready to hop into live mode, kind of start playtesting this build, and even upload it to the gallery, so in case you guys want to add it to your games. Alright, here we are in the sisters' apartment. Bob is going to help us test this out a little bit. He's going straight for the computer, and I honestly cannot blame him because he went straight to play My Sims Go. Same, Bob. Whenever I get home, that's what I want to do exactly. So have fun. But a quick little overview here. We have our living and dining space, a little kitchen over here, our bathroom, and then the 2 bedrooms over here. You can get to these by going through this little hallway. Eliza, leave us alone. Oh my goodness. But overall, I think it's a pretty similar layout from the original apartment that's here, except I think it's like 1 big bedroom in the back here. For your reference, this is for, I'm going to hide those lines, but this is for the Stone Street Apartments number 4 in Evergreen Harbor. Bob, you're not even that tired. Oh my goodness, but at least we know the sofa works, right? So we have a lot of colors happening here, blues, oranges, and pinks. I really wanted to kind of like, even some greens. It's kind of like 2 sister personalities and favorite colors kind of coming together and mixing and mingling. We also have little bits of clutter, like we have some storage bins, the yoga mat, post-it notes, pens, keys, and a phone over here. Like just lots of little cute little details. The extra grocery bag over here on the poof, and an open book on the dining table. Lots of cute stuff, in my opinion. I am going to have Bob make some dinner, though, for us. We are actually going to have some fish tacos today. I enjoy how this kitchen came out. It's like, let me get in here for you. It's a little bit cluttered, but not too cluttered to the point where it's overwhelmingly cluttered, which I absolutely like. We have our corner cabinet over here where Bob is prepping on, so that one is free. But otherwise, all of our other spaces are cluttered up. We have this fridge from the kitchen clutter kit, which I like with all the different magnets and things. Maybe one of the sisters travels or dreams of traveling one day. And over here is our, excuse me, Bob. Over here is our little coffee station because that is very important to me in life. Coffee is life. Oh, Bob, you finished already? Beautiful. Great job. So Bob has finished his fish tacos, and maybe I'll make sure we can come and sit here. Well, I guess that stool works, which is good. Awesome. I also imagine if you need extra seating, you can like move this grocery bag and use this poof as well. So, but this table looks like it works pretty well. I'm going to have him put these fish tacos away because that's probably smelly. But yeah, we already know our office space works over here, so I really like how that space came out. We have some fairy lights along the windows here as well. Let's test out the bathroom really quick, shall we? I think this bathroom is pretty like chic and I don't know. I don't know if I want to call it trendy, but they definitely did their best with it. Wait, I assume they'd have a budget, right? Or these are just things they gathered along the years kind of thing. So our toilet and shower work perfectly well, and then I'm going to force him to wash his hands because this guy never washes his hands. It's gross. But he's always making puddles. Thank you, Bob, for cleaning that up. I appreciate you. Let's look at this first bedroom. So this is the sister, I imagined, who really prefers the color pinks and oranges and things. So I really wanted to like kind of represent that in this room. In particular, there's not like too much of a crazy amount of decor, but I think I like that vibe because it's just very relaxing. So they have their own bookshelf here. Is this a TV? No, it's not. Why did I think that was a TV? I think I thought about putting a TV up there, but opted out from doing so. Then there's just a little basket, some clutter on the dresser, another like hamper over here, and just some bookshelves and a shelf over there. So very simple bedroom, but I like how it came out. Bob, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Don't go to sleep. How about you come and relax in this room? This room is for the sister who probably leans more into the blues, more of the greens and things. This one, technically, I think is my favorite room. I think this would be my room if I was the sister living in this apartment. I really do. Plus, there's a gnome on that rug under there, so you just can't see it. But yeah, I really like how this came out. We have a dresser over here too. Oh, there's a bookshelf in that corner as well. And some extra seating and things, but yeah, I really like this room and I do think it was my favorite. So you guys are gonna have to let me know which room is your favorite down in the comments below, and if there's any other type of apartment build you would like to see. What kind of roommate dynamic do you typically play with? I'm very curious because I would love to build an apartment based off of those vibes. So I hope you enjoyed this one. And I want to shout out my channel members real quick. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in this way. You guys are super amazing, and I appreciate you guys so much. But also thank you to those who comment, like, subscribe, do all the things. That really helps me out in the long run. So I appreciate you guys just being here too and just watching. So I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.